All right, so let's try number 2 here. All right, so we'll see if we can get some good service here. I've been running around sweating, it's crazy. All right, so let's see if we can get it. All right, so take number 2, 7-Figure Friday. What's up, people? We'll see if we can knock this thing out. Sorry, we had some technical difficulty the first go around. All right, so we'll see if we can go number 2. All right, we can get number 2 rocking. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Again, guys, my name is Ryan McMorris. Every single Friday, we find the best in the business. We find what's working for them. This 7-Figure Friday, my man, Cedric Harris. So we'll take number 2, all right, and we'll see if Ced hops on here. We'll get him on here, and let me see if I can find Ced on here. Let's see. Let me invite Ced real quick. All right. All right. Okay, cool deal. Good deal. So, what's going on, everybody? Say hey, what's up? Say hey, what's up? Make sure you share this message out, okay? Make sure you press the share button. And let me see if I'm doing this right. Let me make sure I can get Ced on here. So, let's see. He hasn't popped up yet. No, don't come find me. Y'all don't know where I'm at. So, let's see. Yo, Ced, if you're on, so we'll try to get this thing rocking. Ced, if you're on, comment. That way, maybe we can, I can invite you that way, because I'm not seeing your name pop up on here. So, what's up, Andrew? We got Ryan, Zach, what's up? Emilio, let's see, Monica, Geneva, what's up? What's up? All right, so, no. I'm about to move anyway. So say what's going on. Somebody tag Cedric, that way we can get him on here. I know the first one messed up. All right, so there he is. Let me invite him. To bring out the man. All right. If you have questions, feel free to ask your questions. Feel free to head over to ryanmcmorris.com if you want other episodes of 7-Figure Friday with your favorite 7-figure earners in the home-based business industry. Okay, so when Ced pops on, say what's up. All right, and we're gonna have some fun today. So we'll see if we can get on here. There we go. What up, Ced? What up, dog? So I just sent you an invite, player. Somebody left me some waters out here too. What up, big dog?
You, what's up, brother?
What's up, my man? How you doing today, dude?
Hold on, look like I'm sideways over here.
You sideways. Oh, there we go. There we go.
All right.
The man, the myth, the legend, Uncle Ced himself. Thank you for blessing us. Yo, man. I'm just out here in Austin, man. We killing us hot, bro. It's hot, man. You in the AC, I see.
You're in the country. You're in the country of the beautiful Texas. The country.
Oh yeah, it's a country over here, bro. It's a country, man. So, man, yo, we appreciate you popping on, big dog, man.
My pleasure.
If you guys don't know who the Cedric, did they put a V in front of your name yet?
No,
or is it still
man,
it's still Cedric?
My mom
still
calls me the kid.
Yo, if you don't know Cedric Harris, man, I'm telling you, get out of the rock that you live under. Go do. I mean, just change your life, because this guy is the absolute man. Just man. Let me introduce Ced to how I want to introduce him, because I know every time they introduce him from stage, blessed to speak with Eric Worre. I mean, just event after event. This guy is like the legend in network marketing. But to me, he's Uncle Ced. I mean, this guy, he's just like an uncle to me. Every time I hit him up, he's always there. He's always giving a positive word. Man, I just want to say thank you for what you've allowed me to do in this industry, man, because I think we met for the first time 2 years ago at one of Ray Higdon's events. And I just want to say one of the most impressive things that impressed me about you, dude, is I looked over, and I'm still kind of like a newbie in the industry, right? Like, not even know what's going on. I looked over, and Ty Jackson was like, yo, that's Cedric Harris over there. And he was like, yo, this dude's making like XYZ a month. And I was like, what? And I see you over there just vigorously taking notes like you were new in the industry, man. And to me, that is, I mean, hands down, one of the most impressive things I see, and I love that about you, man, because even the last event I saw you at, bro, you're still back there just taking notes like an absolute champ, man. So I love it. I thank you for all you do, man. You're amazing to me.
Always.
So,
thanks, brother.
yeah,
Appreciate
man. Yeah, man. So we'll take about 20 minutes with Ced. I know he's got a busy day. We're in Austin. We got a busy day too. But the Cedric Harris is in the house. So let's start it off, man. So when did you get in the industry, man? How did you get into like network marketing, man? Were you always just kind of like an entrepreneur, or were you just kind of like, you know, like most of us, kind of stumble upon the industry and then find how great it is?
No, I've always been an entrepreneur. I was actually introduced to network marketing a little over 20 years ago now. Ironically, I was the mentor of a sales company called American Frozen Foods that sold a 6-month food service and a $2,000 freezer. And one of my sales guys was introduced to Excel Communications, and he brought it back to the office and said, "Hey, this isn't for me, but I think you might want to check this out."
Right.
You know, and at the time, you know, Excel Communications was really hot. You know, everybody had long distance on their phone.
Right.
I contacted the guy that he sold the food service to. I went to his house, spoke to him about Excel, and the rest is history. So that was my first.
So you were in Excel. So
network marketing. Yep. That's how I got it.
So you were in Excel, man. That's what's up, man. Man, the lady slipped her name, and I cannot remember her name. She was in Excel, man. She'd made like 10 million in Excel, and she was actually ended up being one of my neighbors in South Carolina, man. And she ended up being on my Isogenics team somewhere, man. It was pretty funny back in the day when I was rocking that. So that's awesome, man. That's awesome. So you know, in your journey through network marketing, bro, like, I mean, I look at you as one of the realest dudes out there. You know, there ain't no fluff. You know, when Ced comes on, when Ced hops on, ain't no fluff, ain't no playing around with Ced. So, I mean, what like really set you apart? Like when you started getting set apart from like the leaders, because like when you came through like stuff like, you know, the event that we're at, you know, what really started to like set you apart from like the crowd, man? Like what really set you apart from everybody else when you were like kind of coming up?
I can tell you one of the biggest things that set me apart, case in point with the event that you're currently at right now, is that I was one of the few people that actually picked up the telephone. There's a lot of people that were great leads for the event that you're at right now, where, you know, a lot of them were not picking up the phone. You know, and one of your co-founders said, "Dude, how are you signing up so many people?" Because I became the #1, you know, earner inside of that system. And I said, "Pick up the phone." I'm like, everybody else is just waiting for leads. And I picked up the telephone and I called my leads back. And I think that's one of the biggest things that a lot of people miss inside of this game, is that this is a contact sport. You know, I always use the analogy of back in the day, when I was young and I tried out for the Pee Wee football team, never got inside of the game. And when I came home one day, I told my mom I tried out for the football team, and she said, "That's interesting. Looks like you didn't get in the game." And I was trying to figure out how to do that until I went to go wash up and realized I didn't have one grass stains on my jersey. And inside of this game of network marketing, there's so many people that are acting like they're doing something, but they have no grass stains on their jersey. And the ways that you get grass stains on your jersey is by using that quote unquote pen, you know, because I call it a pen. You know, the telephone is a pen to me.
Right.
So when you think about how do you access money out of your bank account, when you use your ATM card, you stick in your PIN number. Well, your telephone is a PIN. Just that simple. So for those people that use the telephone, they get to access more money out of their bank account. So that's one of the biggest things that separated me.
That's awesome, man. So I'm trying to get to a good spot. They said the background noise is kind of crazy.
Yeah, background is definitely going down.
So let's see. Can you
a little blurry right now though? I don't know if the internet connection is a little off.
So can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. So so when you were calling your leads, because I know there's a lot of people on here, you know. So let me see. You still connected, bro? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Your internet connection looks a little blurry on my side.
Make sure we got a good. Yeah, let me try. I'm trying to get to a good spot, man, because I'm having to move around. Um, this connection is kind of crazy, I guess. Going all around the hotel. All right, all right. So let's see if this gives us a little better play right here. All right, all right. So can you guys hear me still? And Ced, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me, bro?
I lost you for a little bit.
Let's see
I
here.
still got you frozen. Let's see. Okay, I got you back. Okay, okay. So
Can you hear me?
So let me ask. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
So trying to find a better little spot. Outside was got a little loud. So calling your leads and stuff, man, because I know that's huge, man. We talk to people about calling leads all the time, but no one ever does it. And I feel like they don't do it because they don't know what to say. So like, what would be your advice for someone that's saying, okay, cool, like you picked up the phone, but like now, what do I say to these leads if I do have people to call, or like, what's the first thing I need to say to them? Like, how do I start this conversation off?
everybody thinks that there's some magic bullet, right?
Right.
You say hello. you say hello.
Hey.
I mean, listen. There's a few easy ways to lead into the conversation, but if someone opted into your website, that means they want to talk. That's out of a website. People can do that because they don't want to talk. But if they leave their real number, that means they want to talk. So if you pick up the telephone and just say, hey, Johnny, this is Cedric giving you a call back. Looks like you opted into my website about 20 minutes ago. Oh, yeah, Cedric. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Am I catching you at a good time to chat? Yes, you catch me at a good time. Looks like I'm calling the 717 area code. Is that Pennsylvania? So you lead off with a simple statement based upon their area code, which is an easy break-in to get that person to speak. Can you hear me okay, Ryan? Because there's somebody saying that they can't hear. Can you hear me okay? Uh-oh. I don't know if we got
You're breaking up
there.
a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if it's just on my end or your end, but we're breaking up pretty heavy. Let me see.
Mine is cool.
Your end's good?
Yeah, mine is cool. I think it's that. Hold on, somebody says they can now. Can you? They say they hear.
Your end's good?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can hear you pretty good now. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're a little blurry, but I think we can deal with it. You're not live?
Okay. Let me see. I'm having to move around everywhere, man. It keeps giving me bad connection everywhere I go.
I think we're good now. You
okay.
You're pretty
I think
clear.
we are too. So I may have found a good spot. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think you're
cool. All right.
I think
cool.
we're good now. Can everybody
So
hear
that's heavy, man. Like, just say. Okay, they're saying Marriott Wi-Fi sucks. Don't say stuff like that. We get sued. Somebody see Marriott on there. We get sued. It's a wrap.
No, you're clear.
So
you're clear.
okay,
yeah,
so okay, yeah, you're clear too. Okay, all right, cool. So everybody's saying we're clear now. All right, cool. Everybody said stay here. All right, so that's awesome, man. You really start, just saying hello and connecting with leads is just be human, right? Is what we're saying. Like, don't be afraid to be human. It's funny you say that, man. People always say, I don't know about network marketing because I got to talk to people, but we talk to people every day already. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's just something where if you just connect and just make friends, you can do some pretty big damage, man. So when it came to, really duplicating inside of your organization, though, because I had one person ask, let's talk to Ced about tap rooting. I said, okay, cool. A lot of people don't know. Well, what do you really say when you started taprooting like the people that you were recruiting and taprooting into your downline and really, you know, going deep in your organization? What were some of the things that you did well when it came to taprooting? And I guess if someone's on here and doesn't know what taprooting is, kind of give them a little bit of a definition of taprooting.
Sure. First of all, there's a psychology behind taprooting, and taprooting is basically getting under. My definition of taprooting is getting under your teammates as soon as possible. Getting under your teammates as soon as possible. So getting to their first line and their second line and their third line and their fourth line. Now, there's a psychology behind it that I think a lot of people try to ignore. Okay. So a lot of people try to ignore the fact that this is a numbers game, and they try to ignore the fact that there's going to be people that are going to quit. Okay. There's no way to get around it. People are going to join your business with the right intention. Their mother's going to tell them that they're going to jail. They're going to quit. Their sister's going to tell them that they're in a pyramid scheme. They're going to quit. Their boss is going to tell them to stop chasing wild pipe dreams. They're going to quit. That's just the name of the game. So a large percentage of them are going to quit. When you understand this, you don't let it affect your psyche. This is one of the reasons why you want to taproot so quick. So because I understand that there's going to be a certain percentage of people that are going to quit, I don't get emotionally attached to that particular emotion if they happen to quit. However, one of the things to be able to do is to get under them really quickly. So Johnny, who do you know that might want to make some money from the comfort of their home? Who do you know that might want to be a little bit healthier inside of their life? Whatever you are selling, you know, who do you know that might want to take advantage of some inexpensive travel? You know, who do you know that might want to take advantage of drinking better water? I don't know. You've got a lot of people that are selling different products that are watching this particular Facebook Live. So it's becoming an owl. It's becoming an owl. Who do you know? 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 The quicker you can get to those people, the stronger you can build that leg. So if I bring in Johnny and I say, hey, Johnny, who do you know that wants to make some money from the comfort of their home? Who's one of the closest friends that really, really trust you, that will follow you? Oh, I know Billy. We pick up the phone and we call up Billy. We introduce the opportunity to Billy. Okay, then Billy gets involved. We do the same thing with Billy. Hey, Billy, who do you know that wants to make some money from the comfort of their home? Who do you know that trusts you, that would be willing to follow you? Oh, I know Sarah. Let's call Sarah. We get Sarah on the phone. We do the same thing with Sarah. And we do that as deep as possible, because guess what happens? If for whatever reason, Christopher, or whoever the top person's name was, quits the business, and there's a leg that's already built now, it's a lot easier to fear loss Chris. Because see, 3, 4, 5 months later, Chris decided to quit the business, but all of a sudden, 5 levels down, brought in this rock star that's blowing up the business. You can pick up the phone and call up Chris and say, hey, Chris, hey man, just giving you a call to actually, like, do you like the Red Cross? Like, do you work for the Red Cross? And he was like, well, what do you mean, do I work for the Red Cross? I mean, bro, like, you're just donating money for no reason. Like, what's the purpose? What do you mean? You didn't know that Billy is blowing the game up? Like, Billy is putting like 500 people in the past 3 months, bro. Like, you want to play now? What do you mean Billy's got 500 people in? Okay, check this out. So now the fear of loss of the fact that he has 500 people inside of his organization is more apt to make him wake up and do something, because that fear of loss is kicked in, and he or she is seeing so many people. But you can't do that unless you're taprooting. And then the second reason why you want to taproot is that you want to also be able to create relationships with people that are on levels 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, 20. You know, I learned from one of my mentors back in the day. He says, you know, a lot of top recruiters, and there's a lot of people who sponsored a lot of people. I mean, I've sponsored a lot of people inside of my lifetime. But something that he taught me that really, really changed my way of thinking. He said, you know, a lot of top recruiters, they can recruit a significant amount of people, and they know their username and back office. They know their username and password. So somebody's sponsored 500 people, 900 people, 1,500 people. They know their username and password to their back office. However, they don't know their wife. They don't know their husband. They don't know the dog. They don't know the cat. They don't know the anniversary. They don't know the birthdays. Like, those are the things that are important, because as you are creating that relationship, and you can send Johnny a happy birthday message or call Johnny and tell Johnny happy birthday and not do what everybody else is doing on Facebook. You know, oh, Johnny's birthday today. Happy birthday, Johnny. Okay, great. Like if your mom gives you a happy birthday on Facebook, she don't really like you. Okay, so at the end of the day, like you picked up the phone and you called up Johnny, you called up Billy, okay, you told them happy anniversary, you sent them some cards, you sent them some chocolates, you did something different to make yourself stand out. That's where the relationship becomes sticky. That's where the relationship becomes sticky, because who knows what might happen in your company? Who knows what might happen in your product? Who knows what might happen in your life? But you could have created a relationship 10, 15, 20 years ago that's still with you today. One of the biggest, most important.
That's heavy. That's heavy, man. That's heavy. You know, just your time in the industry, man. Have you noticed that, like, a lot of times when you do a good job of tap rooting, and then, you know, say you leave a company, or you know, something just happens, or you just go somewhere else, whatever, you know, lifespans and things like that change. I've noticed too, like, a lot of your frontline people in different organizations were like 3, 4, 5 levels below in another organization. Have you noticed that too, or like, was that something that you've seen over your over your time too, like building?
That comes from tap rooting. That comes from the relationship that you have built with those people on levels 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And then a lot of times, if you sponsored 30, 40, 50 people or whatever the case may be, and some of those people that are down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels, that you become now a real person, you become someone that they can touch, okay, that they can pick up the phone and talk to, that they can send a text message to, a Facebook message to, whatever the case may be. If something happens inside of your company, if something happens with the product, if something happens, you know, with the comp plan or whatever the case may be, something just happens with time span, just like you said, that relationship was so sticky that now they want to work with you. Now they want to, they joined you, they joined the team. So I'm a big believer that people join movements. Like, people constantly are thinking that people join companies. People don't join companies. And so many CEOs got this twisted. Like, there's CEOs that don't like me. I really don't care. But there's CEOs that got this twisted. They got it twisted because the reality of it is that people join movements. People like to be a part of something bigger than what they really are. So if people want to be a part of something bigger than what they really are, the product is one part of it. The comp plan is one part of it. All those things are great. But what's the synergy that they're a part of? What's the culture that they are a part of? What's the branding? What are they really, really, really there for? Because guess what? A lot of them aren't going to make a bunch of money. So if they're not going to make a bunch of money, it goes back to the old adage of people get in for the money, but they stay for the feeling. So what's the feeling that you created around the whole entity? What's the feeling? That's the key.
Right. So, you know, with that being said, when you say, some companies just ain't getting it right, obviously, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's just kind of part of this is part of just business in general. There's companies all over in every different industry that just ain't getting it right. So for the person that, you know, is in a company that they like, but the company as a whole maybe just ain't getting it right, how do you, what suggestion would you give to somebody to say, hey, look, I get it, man. I'm trying to build a culture, but I feel like it's just me. You know what I mean? Like, how do I create that movement? What are some things, because it may be a small snowball, of course, obviously, but what are some suggestions you would give to somebody that's like, look, man, I get it. I want to create a culture, that tribe, that vibe, but I just don't know where to start.
Oh, dude, you asking some good questions around here. Oh, boy.
I got good service.
Dan Rather over there. You might have been doing this for a little while there, old Dan Rather. I'm going to start calling you Dan Rather. All right, so great question. So people got to think. People got to sit back and think, okay, what is my brand about? What is the movement that I want to create? Do I want to create 100 5-figure earners? Do I want to create 100 3-figure earners? Do I want to make 10 6-figure earners? Do I want to make 5 or 6 7-figure earners? Define what you want to do, first of all. So define what you want to do. Backdoor yourself into the fact of, if people are going to get in for the money and they're going to stay for the feeling, what kind of feeling can I create around this movement? So for an example, it's probably not smart to say, I'm going to go out, you know, my movement is XY team, and our goal is to create 1,000 seven-figure income earners. Well, I'm not going to tell you that that's not possible, because I don't like to use the word impossible. However, it's highly improbable, because the person that wants to make $2,000 a month isn't going to resonate with the deal of creating 1,000 seven-figure earners. But if your movement is around, if your movement is around, I want to create 5,000 five-figure earners. I want to create, you know, my movement is called, let me just, I don't know, think one real, it's kind of crazy. Think of the stuff on the fly, then somebody's going to use it. So I got to be careful of what I say, because
without a trademark or nothing, you just
I got to be careful. Let me see. Let's see. We'll call it I don't know. I'm gonna do a good one that somebody can use. I don't know. It only can be used once.
Right. If somebody gonna get lucky, you better act fast too.
Right. Let's call it all right, here's a simple one. Let's call it Project 2K to 2K. Project 2K to 2K. People are like, huh? Project 2K to 2K. First of all, when you say something, when you get some people to say, what is that?
Yeah.
You got their attention. What is that? What does that mean? Project 2K to 2K. So for some of y'all are like, well, that don't even ring a bell. But what is that? I'm helping 2,000 people get to $2,000 a month. My goal is to help 2,000 single moms to get to $2,000 a month in the next 2 years. So it could be Project 222.
Right.
You know what I mean? Project 222. That's actually, that really got a ring to it. Like the logo could be a 2 with a 2 with a 2. Somebody might want to steal that one. And if you do it, please see, that's like love over here. So Project
just show them, just tag me or something.
I want to help 2,000. I want to help 2,000 single moms get to $2,000 a month in 2 years. Hello, McFly. $2,000 a month, 2,000 people, $2,000 a month, 2,000 single moms. That's a movement. It had nothing to do with your product. It had nothing to do with your
and that's like, you got hashtags behind that. Hashtag 2. Like,
hashtag
we gotta stop. We gotta stop. Then we're going.
Whatever you want to call
we gotta.
But what are you defining? Like, what are you defining in your deal? Do you want to help 2,000 single moms? Do you want to help 2,000 people in your community? You know, do you want whatever it is. Like, define what your goal is of what you want to help. Okay, and then backdoor your movement into that. When you backdoor your movement into that, and then understand that people get in for the money, pay for the feeling, then you got something sticky. You got something to play with. It's all about the movement. It's all about the movement. Create a movement.
That's what's up.
When you create a movement, man, it just becomes fun, man. I'm not even gonna lie. It becomes fun. Create a movement.
Right. Because it's something bigger than you. It's something big, you know. So yeah, I mean, that's heavy, man. That's heavy. And I feel like, you know, a lot of people, they just want to like snap that movement in. Where like, if you take some time to actually sit down and think about it, like you know, it took Cedric, you know, all of the 14 seconds it did to come up with, you know, but his brain is just like, it's on genius mode, you know what I mean? But think about where you are, and it may take you a little bit to come up with movement. But even if it does take you a little bit, even if it takes you brainstorming with somebody, like, isn't it worth the time? You know what I mean? Isn't it worth it? So that actually leads me to something that I wanted to bring up. I saw this video of you and Nicole Cooper like 8 years ago. And and I think I hit you up about it, but you said something so cool, and it was like Facebook is so powerful. Show me a home meeting that you can get 2 million people to, or something like that. And I was just like, man, that's hot. That's hard. Like, that's just like the gangster said himself. So, you know, what would you say to somebody that's on here? Because, you know, I believe in building offline and online, but I also believe in, if you're going to do something offline, like, make sure you're leveraging everything you do. So, you know, when you think back to like a Throwback Thursday statement like that, man, how does the offline person transition well into using the internet, especially the person that may be getting some results online, but just has maybe a flawed view of how the internet can really explode, because if you're doing a home meeting, like, yes, you can only put that home meeting in front of so many people. So think back to that statement, like what's that really take you back to?
Gotcha. All right. So I'm going to elaborate probably a little bit more than you might think on this statement, because I want to clarify some
If there's
things.
any kind of
Because there's a
good
lot of
Wi-Fi, yeah.
There's a lot of networkers that go around that say that meetings are dead, belly to belly is dead, 3-foot rule is dead, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of people that say that, and I don't agree with that. So maybe those people are making 6 figures a month, 50 grand a month, 150 grand a month, 200 grand a month, and they say, hey, it's. I believe that both worlds right now. You want to have online and offline. Now, when you start thinking about home meetings, for an example, when you start thinking about home meetings, one of the best ways to enhance your home meetings is to Facebook Live home meetings. So you're doing your home meetings, you know, take your iPad, take your phone, wherever the case may be, and Facebook Live the entire home meeting. So if you Facebook Live the entire home meeting, now you just hit 50, 60, 80, 100, 200, 300 people, whatever the case may be, alongside of the dozen people that are in your home. Secondly, the other thing that people have to remember is that everybody isn't going to transition into the internet as quickly as others. So everybody has to remember this one sentence: meet people where they are. Meet people where they are. So if I use Ryan as an example right now, let's say Ryan is really good at Facebook pay-per-click. Let's say that he can boost it and he's got all this traffic on Facebook pay-per-click that's going to his particular offer of his network marketing company. Everybody might not be ready for that. And if you try to teach that, if you try to teach Facebook pay-per-click to other people inside of your organization, you're going to turn their brain into mush. You got to meet people where they are. Where are they in life? Like, some people can't afford to spend $300 a week in pay-per-click. So meet them where they are. So I like to find what things that people normally naturally like to do. What do they normally naturally like to do? So you might come across someone that naturally likes to do videos. That naturally, like Cindy says, what is that? See, Cindy is a prime example. Cindy says, what is that? She's the prime example of don't tell her. Leave it alone. Don't even worry about it, Cindy. Just do what you're doing, darling. Just do what you're doing. So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, when you think about this, what is someone already comfortable with inside of their body? So let's say that person is comfortable writing. That person is comfortable writing, like they always write diaries, they do this, they do that. You might introduce that person to article marketing and say, you know what, buddy, you know, you already like writing. You know what, if you check out this Ezon Articles website and start writing articles on this Ezon Articles website, you know what it gives you? It'll give you SEO on Google. Really? How do I do that? Well, you already like to write, so I don't have to help you with that. Let me just plug you into how to do it. You know, or maybe they don't have a blog, but they like writing. Get them down with a blog. Maybe they're already comfortable with videos. So people are comfortable with videos. If they're comfortable with videos, then get them comfortable with YouTube. Get them comfortable with Facebook Live. Get them comfortable with different video forums that can get their message out there. So it seemed like you were. So it seemed like you were just really good at, like, you know, knowing like where to plug people into, like, hey, this is your business, you know, let's find out a little bit more about you. And that probably gave people that feeling of like, hey, you know what, this is me. You know what I mean? Like, this is my business and there's different ways for me to build it. I don't have to be cookie cutter. And, you know, as an entrepreneur, you know, I think that hope that someone has when they first get into network marketing, they have this hope of like, oh, I can do my own thing, right? And then all of a sudden we get an upline that says, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. And then all of a sudden, you know, we're killing it, right? So is that kind of what you're seeing too? And the only way that you find out what people are good at, what they're comfortable at, is by asking questions and getting to know them.
Right.
Now, some people think that I'm like say it's like this natural on video. Listen, back in the day, my dad will tell you right now, like my dad was so upset with me because in every family portrait that we ever took for years, I was crying in the picture.
No.
Literally. Every family portrait. Like, I hated flashing. Like, I'm so glad that there was no flash when I had the numbers on my chest and I was doing like this when I was 18 years old. I didn't cry then. Things changed in my life. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day, I wasn't comfortable. I wasn't comfortable in front of a camera. That took practice. So let me give you guys a pointer right now for those of you that like video but are trying to become better at video. So because this is a split screen, it's a little different for me because I don't know exactly where I'm looking at because the screen is split. Right. For those of you that want to get better at video, first of all, be yourself for number one. Number two, people love eye contact. People love eye contact. A lot of times you have to train your eyes. And one of the easiest ways to train your eyes is to take a dot of lotion or to take some lipstick and put a dot on your mirror in your bathroom. Take a piece of toothpaste, put a small little dot so your husband doesn't notice it, your wife doesn't notice it. It doesn't matter, like it's not that big of a deal. And every morning when you brush your teeth, I want you to look at that dot for 30 seconds. Right after you brush your teeth, I want you to look at that dot for 30 seconds. And some of y'all are brushing your teeth with some really good toothpaste and using some really awesome mouthwash. But at the end of the day, after you do that, I want you to sit still for 30 seconds and look at the dot. Just look at the dot. Now, you have trained your eyes to constantly look at the dot. So as you're doing your Facebook Lives, you're looking at the dot. As you're doing your YouTube, you're looking at the dot. As you are recording your video on whatever type of camera that you have, majority of them have red dots to let you know that it's on. You're looking at the dot. So you've trained your eyes to constantly look at the dot. Now, the more you train your eyes to look at the dot, the more your wife is going to appreciate you more because when she says something, you're actually looking at it. You're looking at the dot. There's nothing worse than you talking to a woman and you looking down because, man, where I come from, they stop talking, okay?
Yeah.
Because you ain't paying attention.
Yeah, mine goes to the kitchen.
Clue. Exactly.
Yeah. Mine goes to the kitchen to get the knife.
And if you ain't looking, you might be lying. So you got to be comfortable. You got to be comfortable.
Are you?
Ask you a question.
What are you hiding? What are you hiding? What are you hiding? Let me see it.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, get comfortable with your eyes, get comfortable with yourself, but more importantly, don't be super concerned about what people say, what people think. You know, some of the biggest marketers that are out there have done it from Facebook and YouTube. If you start thinking about Justin Bieber was recognized on YouTube, you know, I was looking at the Breakfast Club yesterday, and they were interviewing Country Wayne. You know Country Wayne? You know who Country Wayne is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So interviewing Country Wayne, but those of y'all that don't know Country Wayne is the guy that just used to do crazy videos.
Right. Yeah. Dumb stuff. Like just dumb stuff.
2,000 followers, and from there blew up. He wasn't trying to be someone else. So be yourself.
He was just and you know what's funny? You know what he did too? Like one thing that I noticed about that dude is he was always doing videos about what was kind of like trending too. So like he always took advantage of something that was like trending. So I remember the last video I saw of him was during the election, you know, and he did something like funny stuff like during the whole. He took advantage of like stuff that was like trending too, and then he would be himself, but he was also like being himself in a way that like every time something came up that was kind of like trending. So like, you know, just a tip, if you got for all those people on Facebook, you know, once a week, tap the little trending button and kind of see what's on, and like, you know, just kind of tailor your message into kind of what's trending, and watch some things kind of, you know, people kind of like, oh, they talking about, you know, that's what TMZ does, that's what the news does. If you want to get more people, you know, viewing your stuff and checking you out, just a little tip. So y'all want to wrap it up, man, because I know you got a long day, bro. I know it's Friday. You know what I mean? You know, it's just, you know, you probably got like a couple cars you need to take out or something. You know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah. But
Speaking of that, let me speak on that here real quick. Let me speak on that real quick. A lot
I
of
knew it
people
was
ask
going
me
to come
why.
up.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it because at the end of the day, like, so many people are faking out here, and they gotta stop it. Like, ladies and
Right.
gentlemen, let me tell some of my network marketing friends and some of my internet marketing friends that are looking at this particular video. Okay, some of you are too concerned about the people that are looking at your videos, and you should start paying attention to the people that are not looking at your video. The people that are coming live versus the people that just check out the recording. The people that like it versus the people that don't like it. You don't know who's watching you. And at the end of the day, when you become successful building your business, success doesn't mean that you've got a $200,000 car. Success doesn't mean that you've got a $10 million house. Success doesn't mean that you got to show big stacks of money. Like, I'm from Richmond, Virginia. When you keep doing stuff like that, like, it's not good for your health. Be smart. Be smart about who you're attracting, the type of people that you are attracting, because when you attract the right people, then they're going to continue to follow you and do what you do. But if you put out the wrong message, then you're going to have a team of people that are putting out the wrong message. Now, everybody thinks that they've got to go and rent a car or rent a big gigantic house and do all this crazy stuff and go broke just to look the part. Looking the part can get you caught up. One of my closest friends inside of this industry is a 8-figure earner, makes a significant amount of money, and I think the vehicle that he has is like 2005, 2006 BMW. Now, I'm not telling everybody that, you know, they don't want to go out there and get something nice. I mean, I got nice stuff. I just don't go around showing it all the time. I'm just not really, I'm not really into that. Like, I just don't do that. Like, there's no purpose for it. And there's a lot of people who do it, and they got to create this flash, and they've got to act like there's somebody online, but when you meet them in person, they're like butter pecan ice cream. But online, they're big, they're bad, they're this, they're that. That ain't the reality of life. You know, the reality of life is be you and remember where you came from. As soon as you forget where you came from, God will slap you in the back of the head and send you back really quickly. So that's one of the things that has humbled me. You know, he slapped me twice. I'm not looking to get slapped 3 times. So
yo, because God got a big hand.
He made me remember. You know, my mom told me that if you ever make some money, keep it. Keep it. Don't burn it.
Hey boy, you ever make some money? Yo, so last question, man. This is from one of our VIP clients, and I thought it was a good question, man. I always heard, like, yo, if you ain't thinking about quitting at least once a week, you ain't trying hard enough. So, like, what's your view on, like, I mean, how many times have you thought about, man, I'm about ready to be done with this. I'm out of here. So, like, when it comes to quitting and the thought of quitting, because I always think, you know what, there's a difference between the person that's thinking about quitting and actually quits. So, like, how many, like, throughout your career, man, how have you looked at quitting? Has the thought of quitting been one of the things that, like, when you know the thought come up and then you're like, damn, I'm ready for my next level or whatever, or has quitting been one of those, like, catapult things for you, or were you just one of those people that just never even thought about quitting because you're absolute bad?
I have thought about quitting 10,000 times. I have quit 10,000 times. I have come back. I mean, are you kidding me? That's a part of the game. See, here's network marketing. Here's a couple of analogies of network marketing, right? Network marketing is personal development with a product attached to it. That's what network marketing is. It's personal development with a product attached to it. Network marketing is also the biggest love-hate business you've ever been in your life. It's the biggest love-hate business you've ever been in your life. The good thing about network marketing is that you deal with people. The bad thing about network marketing is that you deal with people. Okay? So people lie, people steal, people cheat, people do all sorts of things that get you frustrated sometimes. And you're like, man, do I really? There's got to be a better way. The words of Eric Worre, network marketing isn't perfect. It's just better. Okay? You've thought about quitting your job. Some of us have quit our job. It's the name of the game, right? And whoever told you that, Ryan, is hitting on the head. If you ain't thought about quitting, I don't know, a couple times a week, you probably ain't working hard enough. Because you're going to run into some people that are going to test your fortitude.
Everything.
Okay? All the time, man. I can't tell you how many people have sold me pipe dreams, or at least tell me pipe dreams. Dad, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring in 10,000 people. I'm going to put up $602 million in volume in 2 weeks. I'm going to be your biggest leg, this, that, blah, 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 blah. People say all sorts of stuff. Okay? This is the business that we're in. So understand that if you thought about quitting, it's okay. Welcome to the club. Part of the game.
Right.
Part of the game. Okay.
Go ahead, quit.
Yeah.
Go ahead, quit for the day.
Go through with it, and some of us don't. Okay. So be one of those people that don't go through with it. Just let it come.
Right. Just yeah.
I don't think that there's a way
that's
to get
what's
rid
up,
of the
man.
thought, but that's the business that we're in.
Right. That's powerful, man. Yo, so it's been wild. I've been getting told to get up like 8,000 times, man. And we out of time. So, yo, man, I just want to say thank you again for taking the time to do this, bro. We definitely got to do it again, man, so we can have it all clean or whatever. But yo, this was one of the best interviews that I would say. And let us know. Pop a number 1 in the comment section if you would agree that, I mean, Cedric, yo, you're the truth, dog. We absolutely love you. Give Ced some love today. I'm telling you, like, if you do not send Cedric a message and tell him how much you love him, you're just a poverty stricken person and you need Jesus in your life. So hit up Cedric today, like hit him up. I mean, tell him how much you love him. Follow him. I know you said you got some stuff in the lab that you've been kind of working on, right? So definitely, keep him on the front of the radar. Press C first, because you definitely want to hit him up. He goes live almost every day and drops stuff that he should be paying for. So if you want to send him some money today too, feel free to. He'll send you the PO box right now, PayPal link right now. Cedric will not turn down money. But yo, man, yo, bro, I appreciate you, man. I mean, but yo, you're awesome. I'll always know you as Uncle Ced, man, because you're always right there for me, bro. Like, I mean, just so much love to you, man. Thank you for everything that you've done, man. I mean, just the impact that you've had on our life and our business and the ability to help, I mean, just thousands of people, bro. Like, you're a huge part of that, man. So I cannot give you as much gratitude as I possibly can, bro, because you're the truth, man. You know?
I'm humble,
so
man.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks for having me on this interview here, and I hope some people got some value from it. And I want to throw it back over to you as well, because I remember I like to follow careers, and I like to. I'm the kind of guy that back in the day I used to go to the auction and buy a beat up car just so I can watch the transformation of the new paint job, the new wheels, the new interior, blah 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 blah. And I can tell you that when you came into the game, you weren't a beat up car, but there were some things that you were learning along the way. And now, as I've seen you progress, man, you're crushing it. So I love to watch you, man. I like to grab boxes of popcorn and watch people really go out there and crush their business, giving value every single week, interviewing different speakers and different leaders inside of the industry. But, your own coaching program that you got going on, a leader inside of your network marketing company, and someone who's really dialed in this whole attraction marketing thing. Like, you dialed it in, like
Thank
you
man.
figured it out. You figured it out. That's cool, man, because it ain't nothing like people wondering what you do. So what company are you actually in? What one of you ask? Because that's when you got attraction marketing dialed in. So, man, kudos to you. Tell everybody out there who you are. Consider my love. You guys keep on crushing, keep doing your thing, man, and I appreciate it. And everybody have a great weekend out there, that's for sure.
See you, man.
All right, brother.